Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Software. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing on this CYMA CM077F AEG. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting, subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms. All the links are down on the link tree down below. And if you want to support the channel a little bit more via those links, or the join button on YouTube, channel memberships, 99 pence a month, totally optional, custom giveaways, odd videos, all that kind of stuff, totally optional, really appreciated. So let's get cracking with this. So I am back. It's been many years. In fact, I don't know off the top of my head. I will put down here now how many years it was since I did the original CM077 video. So I am back with another CM077. Is it still worth it? Are they still decent? This is particularly the F model. So this is the one with, as we can see there, the AR style stock on it. The box itself, as we've come to be used to from CYMA, quite a nice looking box. Big on the branding. They're obviously generic boxes that they just stick a label on the end. And the only real thing we've got is a picture on the end there, and it is specifically in black. Woo! So we'll get the lid up and out of the way. Yeet. Nice foam packaging. I'll remove my receipt because I don't want to give my details away. We've got a manual in there that's not exactly identical in terms of the right brand and everything, but you know, it's an AK. We can figure it out, can't we? So nice English manual there. I did say English, yes, mix of Chinese and English. Badly translated at times. There's some pearls in there. And then we've got this little beauty itself. Let me spin that bad boy around. Now, full disclosure, this has been out of the box already for me to chrono it and check the range and everything, just so I did know fully what I was talking about, and just wanted to not be, let's sort of let you know so people didn't think I was doing something dodgy or whatever. So in there we have got a 9.6 volt LIM type battery. Now we'll see if it works and I can get some use out of it. I have got, that's interesting, wow, I have never seen that before. So that is a charger, a USB charger for NIN type batteries. That is genuinely interesting. I have never seen that before. I'll see if I can get that whole system to work, and we'll take that from there. A little bag of BBs I'm never going to touch again. The all-important bag of silica gel. Now that looks like real quality silica gel there. We've got a rather nice PMAG style. It is a high cap, and the BBs in there are my own BBs. So obviously nice mag, which did feed lovely with it. Not wound all the way up. We'll get that out of the way for now. And then the piece de resistance, the actual AK itself. Look at that. Now, on first grab, it is quite a weighty little beast. It is a lot of weight, particularly in the middle. I'm just going to check in the box. There's an unjamming rod wedged in the bottom of the box there. So we've got everything we need. I'll get that out of the way. So there she is. That is a mighty fine looking piece of kit. Now we have got an AR style muzzle brake on the front there. The eagle-eyed among you have probably noticed that my lighting is a little bit better than it has been for a while, and that's because I've attached a tiny little light under my phone, which is what I use to film on, that's basically just casting an extra bit of light. It's just making it a little bit nicer on here and a little bit more even than the crap light in the room that I'm filming on. So starting at the front then, we have got the AR style muzzle brake. Now it's not absolutely perfectly my choice, and it is held on with a grub screw or set screw in there. You're probably looking at about a T6. In fact, I'll check it for you now. I always typically use Torx heads on these because they hold and go in better. It is a T6, that's coming out nicely. So if I undo that, it will give me a 14mm negative thread under there. And what I mean by that is, if the normal way I would screw to tighten it will actually loosen it off, and vice versa. So that is a typical airsoft thread under there for whatever you might want to accessorize with. I'll leave that for now because it's going to come off later. Coming back then, we've got our traditional sort of AK style front sight. Is it like the 104, 105 version front sight? Obviously that's integrated into our gas block with this quite nice Magpul style grip, which is M-lock, quite thick plastic there. Arguably, you could probably get M-lock into these side panels as well, but it gives you a really nice handhold. Now for me, an AR stock on an AK like that, sort of that close up, gives me the perfect shoulder hold. I can get really nice and compact. I feel best when I'm sort of in. My elbows at sort of pretty much a, not even, I wouldn't say a 90-degree angle, but it's like well beyond 90-degree angle. Really tight and sort of almost doubled over, and I feel best when I'm compact like that. That is really nice, no sharp edges or anything, just really nice and a good shape to grip. And we will look at using the gloved operation as well shortly. Coming back, we've got the rear sight then, so it's traditional AK style rear sights. The front sight is adjustable, as is the rear, so you can adjust it up and down as you see fit. I'll possibly replace that with this rear sight with one of those rear sight rail mounting systems to get a little sight on it. We've got a traditional just cover there, dust cover, which removes and exposes a metal hop unit, brass barrel. We've got traditional sliding AK hop unit, and we've got a mini Tamiya connector and a fuse in there. Not overly enthused that this day and age, surely a Deans wouldn't have gone amiss, but it's not a deal breaker, it's just something to be aware of. And it is a really quick, easy job to switch that over if you choose to. I do like these more enhanced selectors where you don't have to get your fingers up, you can just use your trigger finger to just push that down. So as it's an AK, we've got safe at the top, we've got auto is our first setting, and single or semi-auto is at the bottom there. And the trigger, as you would expect from an AK, just that soft, springy pull, because you're compressing the spring, and pulling our charging handle back exposes our hop unit. Now that is set for 2.5s. In fact, that's set ever so slightly too high for 2.5s, as they were lifting slightly, so not an awful lot of adjustment was needed for 0.25s. Ping that back forward. And then coming back to the side of the body, we've got a serial number there. We've got our side mount there to get a traditional AK side mount on there. If you want to not have an optic there, you can put an airsoft AK side mount on there. The mag well, very typical standard mag well. We have got the blanking plate in there that helps you locate mags in, and the mag it comes with goes in nicely and easily. I have tested it with other mags, which I'll comment on when we do the shooting stuff. Really nice rounded shaped and sort of ribbed, I'm not going to make a joke on that, pistol grip. I shouldn't have said that. Really nice to hold, I've not got gloves on. That is lovely to grab hold of, and really like sort of nice shape there and feel. We've got a sling loop. I'll adjust the stock back a little bit. We've got a moving sling loop there, so I can move that either side, which is quite a nice little touch on there. I quite like the design of that actually. And then we've got our AI stock that's on A1. In fact, why don't I just take it off? So pull it all the way out. Pull down on the tabs. It says, that's the only problem with these style, that bar could do with it being a little bit bigger. I might need to, no, I'm guessing it's, based on how close they are together, I'm guessing it's 6 position stock. I will confirm that with text on the video now from when I've done the disassembly, because I've not done that part yet. So all in all, it's quite a nice solid little build in there. If you put the mag in, ignore the BBs rattling. There is a little bit of a rattle, not BBs from the mag. Not so much wobbling side to side, but more just the inners of the mag. I'll take that out. If it's not rattling, is it even an AK? The stock has got a tiny little bit of side to side movement. That's not because the tube moves. It's because the stock is a little bit loose on that tube. But obviously it's nothing to worry about, and if you layer up a little piece of electrical tape on there, you can probably make that much more solid and stable. That said, most of the time it's probably going to stay compressed into your shoulder anyway. So really lovely sturdy build quality there. Other than that bit of movement in the stock, there's no real movement or anything, as you'd come to sort of expect really from a CYMA. So I'll cut now, I'll show you the shooting stuff, and then we'll come back and discuss its performance. We'll talk about the mags, we'll do gloved operation. 077F chrono. some nice consistency. So 332 minimum, 337 maximum, average 334. That's some nice grouping there. You're looking at 5 spread, 6 at the most if you want to push it. Wow. Just over 10 rounds a second. Ooh. About just short of 18.5 rounds a second. Wow. Oh God, that's barely an adjustment. That's some good range. Well over the meters, as you'd expect, I suppose. A little bit drop off at the end there. Okay, so welcome back then. So obviously it fit and fed its own mag beautifully. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it do? I also had some 150 round mags as well. These are CYMA ones. Those all fit and fed absolutely beautifully as well. I was really happy with those. I had some CYMA traditional AK-47 style, the metal mags, high caps. They were quite firm to get in. They fed fine, but they were quite stiff to get in. But across those sort of mags, they worked fine. I also had a Nuprol high cap that fit and fed fine, and I had those are the waffle style ones. Excuse me. And I also had or have a Nuprol. No, it's not. It's a Battle Axe flash mag, and that fit and fed as well in it. So it's taken quite a number of different brands there and just got on with it. Again, I wouldn't expect anything less from A, an AK, and B, a CYMA AK. You know, they are just brilliant and well renowned for just that reason. They're just really well made. So in terms of performance then, a little bit slow on the rate of fire on the 7.4. Partially just, obviously, Tamiya, not amazing. You know, it's not going to set the world on fire. The FPS, sort of 330-ish, that is because it's a UK downgrade model. If you are buying it outside of the UK, directly from the factory, expect closer to a 400, sort of between 380, 400. I have seen the odd model have come out as high as 410 FPS, and that is with a 0.2 gram BB, keep that in mind. So you can calculate the joules from that, because I know a lot of places do joules specifically. Rate of fire sort of just over 10 rounds a second. You know, it only takes 1 BB to hit somebody. 11.1s were significantly better. Obviously, you were hitting the 20, nearly 20 rounds, 18 rounds a second. Again, nice and steady, nothing special. It's nothing to blow our minds away. But obviously, when you compare it to the price point, it only takes 1 BB. You know, you don't need to empty high cap into people and stuff like that. Keep that in mind. Range, absolutely excellent. Little bit of a spread at the end of its flight. Again, you know, you're talking about a Chinese-made thing. We've not bought ultra precision, anything sort of thing. You kind of almost have to give it a pinch of salt. You know, you're going to have to compromise somewhere, sort of thing, aren't you? But the fact that it's easily punching out to well over 50 meters was brilliant. I was really, really happy with that, and sounds really beefy. Like the way it turns over and the sound is beautiful. I'm really happy with that. I can see in there it is a blue plastic nozzle type that CYMA have had and do have. So obviously something to keep in mind that's likely to be in there. So we'll do gloved operation, and then we'll do batteries. So thanks again to the guys on my Discord for this video idea suggestion with the gloves and stuff like that. It's quite a handy little video. So in terms of the AK itself then, I can easily sort of shoulder that. I can adjust the stock very easily. I can get that top cover or dust cover on and off. That went on surprisingly easy. I can certainly do the adjuster, both hands. I can do the charging handle. The hot same hand issue as always. I can certainly adjust it, but the gloves, I'm just not quite sure how much adjustment is going to be happening in there. I can get the mag in, a mag out very, very easily without any issues. The likelihood is I can open that to fill it. I can certainly fill that up and I can wind it. I'll talk about the mag again in a second. The rear sight I can certainly adjust. I don't even think I could adjust the front sight with my fingers anyway as it is. But I am pretty happy that that is entirely usable with gloves on and looks pretty damn smashing with it. So I'll just mention quickly the mag, because I like to do this now. Just a lot of new players to the sport may watch this, may see this. So this particular type of mag is a high cap. On the bottom we've got a winding wheel and we've got a hatch that flips open on the top. So it's high cap because it's a high capacity. So we do not put BBs into this tube here. BBs only come out, not into that tube. What we do is we open it up, we keep it pretty much upright. It's important to do that. Put your BBs in, and the reason it's important to keep it upright is because the BBs have to sit onto a winding gear system in the bottom, and if your mag is upside down, the BBs are likely to not touch that winding gear. So we keep it upright and we start winding, and it will take a good substantial amount of winding to get it to a point where you will feel that the gear gets stiffer and there will be like a click noise, not that kind of click noise, where indicating that the spring is fully wound. Whilst you're playing, you know, fire off some BBs, let your enemies have it, and then wind it back up. 30, 40 BBs, because the last thing I would want you to do or hope for is that one wind does not necessarily feed all of the BBs in here. So keeping that wound will ensure that all the BBs get fed out without any issues, and when you no longer have enough BBs in there to feed, the spring will release and you will hear it unwind. I will not make the noise because I keep getting people sending me sound clips of me making the noise in other videos, but it will be an unwinding noise. It is unmistakable. At that point, time to refill it, wind it some more, or change mag in general. So that's the mag. Right, let me grab some batteries. We'll do batteries. Okay, so I've probably largely brought multiple duplicates of the same battery, so let's thin this collection down a little bit. So we'll take one of those, we'll take one of those, 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 and one of those. So we've got a variety of batteries here in 11.1 and 7.4 volt voltages. So we'll start with the 7.4s and then we'll go into the 11.1s. So that should be 11s, right. So 7.4 then. So we've got a little 1450 there, you know, not very long. And the battery itself just slides, flip it over, down into there. Now it won't, it's going in. I wouldn't want to push it any further than that. Obviously I am wired to Dean's, but I can get that on there. It's keeping this neatly out of the way of this spring and this charging handle assembly, and I can wire that in. You probably, depending on how trigger you're happy, you are, and Pheas is very trigger happy. 2 of those would run me a day. This thinner 1200 milliamp will go much further down in there, as you'll see, and it will just go all the way down, and it's feeding all the way down into here, meaning that my wiring is really nice and neat, well out the way of this, and this ultimately is what could cause you issues. If you've got too much wiring or too much battery in here, it's likely to get mashed up, particularly on this corner as you're pulling the charger and handle back, if that's what you're doing mid-game. So 1200 milliamp 7.4 neutral will fit lovely. Then we've got 1000 milliamp giant power. That's not quite going in there, so I'd have to lay this on top like that. Then I'd have to start coiling wiring around, or I could trim this wiring down if I was so inclined to match that length. If you left it that way, I'm asking for trouble, potentially mashing it against that, potentially causing hazards and issues. Next, we've got an 800 milliamp 11.1. That's from VP Racing. That just will not go down in there. Now, it's got a short enough wire that in general, that should be safe enough like that to sit in there. Maybe. I don't even think I can get the cover on because of its chunky size. I aren't getting that under the dust cover. That's too big to fit in the... If it's not basically fitting in that shape there, it's probably not going to fit at all. I'll then go the 1200 11.1. That should and does fit down there, although I was hoping, oh yeah, it's quite a firm. Please don't, if it's not going easily, don't shove them because you could scratch them, you could get damage the cells, they could puff up and become a fire damage. So I'm just going to put that in there a little bit. It looks like the sticker's catching. Let's rotate it that way. Now, shorten the wiring down a little bit and I'd be full in business there. I could probably get that under there, but I just need to be careful that this doesn't mash it, particularly if it's fresh out the box. I'm setting the hop unit. I can get that in though. Then last but not least, we've got 1150. That won't even go down in there. I possibly might just get away with getting that under the dust cover. I probably can just. I don't like it though. And then the 1100 also won't go in down there, but will much easier fit under the dust cover. Or will it? Yeah, fit under the dust cover and sit there. Again though, the wiring possibly is going to get munchy. So you're probably looking for a thin 11.1 is probably going to be your best bet there to keep it safe and run it for most of the day. But you are going to need a stick LiPo. I will double check and comment below now if there is the possibility of running the wiring through the stock tube to run like a stock tube LiPo or something like that. So other than that, I will leave the photos at the end. Hope you enjoyed that. I think it's a beautiful piece. I love CYMA stuff. I particularly love CYMA AKs. And this is, you know, my kind of ultra modern, really nice piece of kit. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'll leave the photos at the end and I will see you next time. Bye.